Alright, I'm back again, and let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm going to talk about the Hunter Biden gun conviction that came down today. He was charged with lying on the 4473, lying to a gun dealer, and illegally possessing a firearm. This is because he was spending more money on drugs than I would make in like 10 years. And that's like in a week. Now, let's get a few things out of the way. First off, I am a Second Amendment absolutist. I'm not a huge fan of any gun laws. But I'm okay with this particular charge. More to come. And let's not pretend that Hunter Biden's some innocent human being. He's a useless piece of crap that has not really serves no purpose and no benefit on society. What has he really done? What has he really accomplished? Except doing large amounts of drugs and managing to survive, dragging multiple family members down, including his late brother's widow, who he got hooked on drugs. I think, didn't he do it to a niece as well? So you see, he's just a human-shaped piece of crap to me. But so why am I so kind of excited about this? Well, and I actually support this despite being a Second Amendment absolutist by my own words. I have long heralded that the ruling classes seem to have this idea of rules for thee but not for me. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Joe Biden, when he was in Senate, may have actually created some of the laws that are affecting Hunter Biden right now. So for me, the whole idea that one of the members of the elite, the ruling class, or a family member of that class, is getting busted for something that his own father may have helped create or played a part in the history of that particular law to some capacity, especially dealing with the drugs. The fact that he's doing that, it's going to affect them directly, I like. Because it's not a matter of they just get away with it while law enforcement unedited, and I'm shooting off the hip. This isn't scripted, folks. The fact that law enforcement's not just turning a blind eye and something is actually coming of this is something that I like, I enjoy, and it's the only way you're really going to have change. Now I will point out another irony of all ironies, and that is the so-called laptop from hell that leading up to the 2020 election, everyone was saying was disinformation. Matter of fact, I think I got like a 3-day hit on Facebook for posting about it being fake news. All of a sudden, guess what the DOJ paraded out is evidence against Hunter Biden? The laptop. Kind of like that Ashley Biden's diary. No one really is claiming that to be true except for her when she wrote a letter to the court when they were prosecuting the woman who stole it. But you're not seeing a whole lot of news on that either. Tell me that they're not trying to sweep this under the rug without, telling me they're trying to sweep this under the rug. So, yeah, and do I honestly think anything real will come from Hunter Biden's charges? No, I do not. I think he will appeal, and I hope it goes to the Supreme Court so we actually can get a firm ruling on this in light of Bruin, because I believe it's the 5th District Court of Appeals down in Louisiana. They said that you cannot prohibit firearm ownership because of drug usage, and that was centered around marijuana usage. So I'm interested to see how this will play out in that regards. Do I think it'll have any real bearing on Joe Biden's presidency? No, because I'm still waiting to see if he's still going to wind up being the nominee. I'm still not convinced on that, since other people are coming out. You're seeing more stories about his cognitive decline. And if I can think about it, I'll throw a link down below to something along those lines. I think the fact that they are actually doing something about all this going on this go around instead of just sweeping it under the rug, I do think they're trying to. This just reaffirms what I've said before. I think they're going to try to nudge Joe Biden out. Now, there is one thing about this that I think is just funny as I'll get out. It's just funny as I'll get out. And this story about the man that Joe Biden said was the smartest man he knew. All the things about this that there's one thing that I find humorous, and it's not the laptop being used. It's not the fact that Joe Biden may have had a role indirectly had a role in the conviction of his son through some of his actions while in Senate, the bills he supported and whatnot. It's not the fact that the ruling class is having one of their own take a bit of a hit. And keep in mind, Joe Biden is pushing for more gun control, so he's wanting more people like his own son to be prohibited from owning firearms. So it's not just that. There's one thing of all of this that I just find is freaking hilarious. Remember how I said Joe Biden said that Hunter was the smartest man he ever knew? In his book that Hunter Biden wrote and had published, he admitted to all of this. And it wasn't veiled like the O.J. Simpson book where he basically said, yeah, I killed him, I did it. No, it wasn't like that. He admitted to it straight out. There was no double jeopardy involved. There was no expired statute of limitations involved. He wrote about it in his book when they could still go after him for it. And he's a freaking attorney. Let that sink in, folks. The smartest person Joe Biden knows, the President of the United States, committed 3 felonies that he has been convicted for. And while being an attorney, did not know to shut up and didn't know about the statute of limitations. Let me give you a little bit of advice, people, about how to prevent yourself from being arrested. 1, don't do anything illegal if you can help it. Sometimes things happen. If you're going to do something illegal, keep your mouth shut. There's an IQ test involved, and he obviously failed it. Or maybe he set the IQ test on fire with his crack pipe. Who knows? It's just, be smart. If you're going to do something illegal, don't be completely stupid. Don't go around bragging about it. Don't go around writing a book and having it published, especially when you're already in the spotlight. Downplay it. As much as possible, downplay it. Don't give the powers that be any reason to focus on you. The only reason why two reasons why he would ever do that is, one, he's a freaking idiot, or B, he thought his name, his family name, and his daddy would keep him out of trouble. And what have I said before? Rules for thee, not for me. And it's a grand old club, and people like you and me, everyday people, we're not a part of it. So I'll try to throw some links down below in the description. Let me know what you think. What do you think will actually come of this conviction? Will Hunter Biden actually go to jail? Will he get a slap on the wrist? Do you think he's going to get it to the Supreme Court? I kind of hope he takes it that far, and I hope he uses his own resources instead of draining the resources of things like organizations such as the Second Amendment Foundation. Let them focus on us everyday citizens. Let Hunter Biden and his wealthy cronies deal with his issues. That's my thoughts on the matter. But yeah, let me know what you think. Later.